I'm Megan. I was diagnosed with bipolar 2 disorder in 2012, and I'd like to talk to you today about something I call redefining success. In high school, I was a perfectionist and an overachiever. I was in honors classes and I had all A's. I was the lead in all the school plays and musicals. I was a newspaper editor. I was in choir. I was in a bunch of activities. And I assumed when I went to college it would be no different, and it wasn't for a while. I went to college and there were a lot of requirements for my major, and I was going to all of them. I was doing everything I needed to do, and I thought I was being very successful. So then winter break came around, and I had this whole plan. I had this schedule. I was going to wake up early and eat healthy and exercise and practice singing, practice dancing, do music theory work, research monologues. I was going to do all these things. And the first day of break came around, and I sat on the couch watching Food Network, and I fell asleep. And my mom came home at 5 o'clock and woke me up. And I said, okay, maybe I'm just exhausted from the semester. That's normal. I'll just give myself a week to rest and relax, and then I'll get started. And I gave myself a week, and then the next week came along, and I couldn't get off the couch. I was sitting there sleeping the whole time. And I was finding myself crying very easily at things crying hard at things that shouldn't make you cry that hard. Like, I watched a performance from Porgy and Bess, which was very sad, and maybe it would make you cry, but I cried, like, a lot, and I was very much in denial about maybe I had depression, so I was frantically searching on the internet what could cause you to sleep and maybe have a little bit of depression, and I came up with a thyroid problem. So I thought, great, okay, I got a blood test. I thought I'm gonna get my medicine for my thyroid and take it for a week, and I'll feel much better, and I'll be back to my old self. Went to the doctor. I did not have a thyroid problem. So I was very disappointed, and I started to cry hysterically, and I realized, yeah, I think I do have depression. So she prescribed me an antidepressant, and I thought, great, I'm going to take this, and in a week I'll feel better, and I'll be back to my old self. And in a week I was having anger problems and extreme rage, and things were not going well. So I made an appointment with a psychiatrist, and he said, okay, you need a mood stabilizer. And he prescribed me a mood stabilizer, and I thought, great, I'll take this for a week with the antidepressant, and then I'll feel better and I'll be back to my old self. It didn't happen like that. It never happens like that. I was being prescribed a new medicine every few months, between going through side effects and not having certain medicines work as effectively as they could have. And every time I was on a new medicine, I thought, this is it, I'll be back to normal soon. I kept pushing myself in classes, thinking that one day everything would be back to the way it was before. I can no longer do the things I used to be able to do to the extent that I used to be able to do them. The symptoms of bipolar disorder don't just go away, even after years of trying different medicines and finally being on what I consider a healthy blend of medicine. That's where I am right now. I'm on a blend of medicine that I consider right for me, that is making me feel as balanced as I can. I cannot do the things I used to be able to do. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying it to prepare you and hopefully save you some of the agony of trying to do everything, doing it the way you did before you were diagnosed. My mom likes to call this the new normal. It was not normal for me a few years ago to sleep every day until 3 in the afternoon, but now it is. It's the new normal, and you have to adjust to it and accept that the things you are able to do now, to the extent you're able to do them, is the new normal. You can't go back to being a perfectionist. Bipolar disorder is a lifelong illness. You don't cure it, you don't get rid of it, you manage it, usually with a combination of counseling, medicine, and adapting your routine and life choices to accommodate your symptoms. You have to redefine success, which means maybe before the disorder you got up every morning and you did a bunch of chores and you got dressed and showered and you went out for the whole day and you came back and you made yourself dinner and you had dinner. Maybe now you get up a little later, you do one chore, you struggle to take a shower, you go out for a few hours at most, you come back with takeout and have dinner. That's the new normal, and that is what is successful for you now. You may not think that's living a successful life, but that's why you have to redefine the term to fit what you're able to do. Success looks different on everybody. After you've been diagnosed, you have to redefine the word so that success means whatever you are capable of doing. I have a lot of stories in which I gauged how I was doing in life by how I used to live. Even now, if I feel good for a day, I have to stop and, stop myself from thinking, oh, this is it, I'm back to my old self. I get one day of hypomania or something and I think, oh great, I'm going to feel like this forever and I'm going to be able to do all the things I used to be able to do, and I have to stop and say that's not how it works. I'd like to share some personal stories with you in this series in the hopes that you find them helpful and relatable. Make sure you watch my follow-up videos and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the International Bipolar Foundation, and try to check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/mybipolarrules. Thanks so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in the next video.